Welcome back. You're tuned into Bazaar Morning Call and hope you're having a good morning. Well, let's focus on the first corporate on the show, IRB Infra. That's the first management. The company reported 19% year-on-year growth in the toll collections for the month of December. The total toll collection for the month amounted to around 580 crore rupees. To discuss this, what are the trends witnessed currently, we're joined by Mr. Anil Yadav, the Director, Investor and Relations at IRB Infra, who joins us on the show. Hi, Anil. Good morning, and thanks a lot for joining in. First time we're speaking this year, so wishing you and your team all the best for 2025. Let's talk about December, though. Good toll collections, 19% increase. A lot of people traveling, so that could have helped you all. What caused this, according to your analysis, and how do you see the trend going ahead? Expect to keep up the momentum?
Thank you. Good morning, and thanks for having me here. In terms of the toll collection, we have seen a robust and healthy growth in the month of December on backdrop of the festive season and year-end traveling. And with respect to, I think the momentum has continued in this month as well. And we are seeing the healthy growth across the portfolio.
So can you, Mr. Yadav, show some more color, throw some more color on this? I think your collections were up about 24% in December. What are the trends so far in January, and what are you seeing? I mean, which are the assets across which you are seeing the maximum traction?
I think in terms of the toll collection, we have seen a healthy growth in terms of, if I will talk about only the traffic, 6-7% kind of traffic growth is there. And plus tariff revision, whatever we have got in the last year. On backdrop of that, we are seeing a very healthy growth in the month of Jan as well. Though on the north side, because of the heavy winter, there is some softness in the traffic, but as compared to the last year, still the growth is very healthy.
6-7% is the traffic growth and the remainder is the price increases. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. In terms of tariff, revisions, are any more immediately lined up, say, in the next 1 quarter or so for any of the other assets that you're operating?
Yeah, tariff gets revised from 1st of April every year. It's a polar-driven tariff revision. It's a 3% fixed plus 40% of the WPI. So from 1st of April, we will get that tariff revision across our portfolio.
Okay, so across the portfolio, it's the same date, 1st of April. Got that. Let's talk about then, the increase you're seeing across the order book. Give us a sense what's happening with some of the EPC projects as well, and what you've penciled in for FY25.
I think if you look at IRB today, well, 85-90% value comes from the asset. EPC business is just complementing our asset business. And in terms of the EPC, we have approximately 30,000 plus kind of order book. Out of that, around 28,000 crores order book is the O&M order book, and roughly 4,500 crores is the EPC order book. Total order book is 32,000 plus crores. And we have next 6 quarters execution available. And gradually we are moving from the EPC. Our EPC is tilting towards more O&M. From 10-12% kind of execution of the O&M in earlier years, now it's gradually shifting to around 25% kind of execution of the O&M. And O&M, you can have a long-dated order book. We have roughly 20 years visibility on the O&M order book. Now, in terms of the EPC, we have visibility for 5 to 6 quarters. And as you are aware that in this year, because of the election, the award activity was pretty low. And we believe that, as we have witnessed in the past as well, this 2 months will be heavy in terms of award activity.
All right, Anil, final question before we let you go. You've given us an insight in terms of your business. But what about Capex spend? The cry from everyone is that the Capex spend hasn't been enough. And that's why all eyes are on budget 2025. Hopefully, there's going to be that much needed booster shot. Your analysis, what's the, what have you been seen on the ground? Is the Capex spend picking up? And what's your expectation from budget 2025?
So I think in terms of Capex, as there is talk from the all sectors, the Capex was very slow. And in terms of our sector also, if you look at award in last 10 months is hardly 20-25% of the overall target, what government has targeted to be awarded. But typically in our sector, last quarter typically sees roughly 50 to 60% kind of award coming in the last quarter of the financial year. And we are hopeful that the award activity will pick and there will be award in the Jan, Feb and the March. And in terms of the budget, I think we don't have much expectation from the budget. And we are basically, we spend the money. So we have partners like GIC and Ferrovial, and we execute the project in the ratio of 51-49, where the 51% equity is brought in by IRB and balanced by the two partners. So that's why we are only bid for the BOT and TOT, where the Capex mainly comes from the private sector like us, then the government is spending on the Capex.
Okay. All right, Mr. Yadav, we'll leave it on that note. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. That's IRB saying that traffic, has improved by about 6-7%. The rest is the higher toll revision, and all put together, it's been a good December, and so far looks like a decent January as well.